Hey guys, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Review here, coming at you with a deck list on a rather unusual deck for the format, but it's one of my all-time favourite, I'd say classic decks, because it hasn't got a lot of support, but it can be really good at the same time, and it's just one of my all-time favourite decks. So I'll get into the main deck for you now. Standard, we're running 3 Koaki Meiru Earnright. This is your main, probably one of your main beat sticks because it's 2k and it gets boosted by your Tenkies or your Tensu when it's on the field, and with maining 1 copy of Skill Drain and it not being destroyed at the end phase, it's really nice. So yeah, and it's your special summoner from deck. And the card you'll be targeting most likely is this, because it adds your Koaki Meiru cards from your bin to your hand. So preferably Diamond Core, so you can research through your deck to add this to hand. So it's some nice consistency. Next card is a little Fire Fist Engine, which is Bear. Bear can search your Tenkies out if he deals damage to your opponent, which can be really helpful if you've got nothing in your hand. Same goes for Tornado. If you've drawn a bad hand and you've got this and an Iron Core in hand, why not destroy all your opponent's special summon monsters? Because that's a thing. So yeah, currently mainly 2 copies of this. It just helps the deck a bit with a bit of defense. The newly added Koaki Meiru Overload, which is basically a T-King, which I'd say at 3 it clogs, but at 2 it can be really helpful just to stop your opponent going off again. It's just really nice to have. And this is a rather unusual thing I've been testing, is 2 Gores. Because you're killing your opponent's special summon monsters with all the other cards in the deck, like stopping them going off with Overload or Tornado, it just can be really helpful if they can't attack and you got nothing, you got this. It's just a 27 beta and it's really nice to have. To end the monsters, well, to round it off, 1 copy of Wolfbark. I really don't see the need for 2 or 3 because you won't really need it unless you're in a dire situation, because this is always summoning for you unless you don't have it. So yeah. Then we got the 3 copies of Iron Core. This is essential in the deck, otherwise basically you can't run it. The main card of the deck, you reveal it, you ditch it, you add it back. It's just, it goes from deck, graveyard, field, hand, pretty much everywhere. Then you run the 3 copies of Diamond Core. This searches any Koaki Meiru card from your deck to your hand, and it's just really good. And then you can banish it in the end phase, well, banish it in your turn, and none of your Koaki Meiru monsters will die for that turn, and it's just really nice. Then move on to the 3 Tenki, because most of your monsters are Beast Warriors, bar the Rock types and the Wind type because of Tornado and Overload. But yeah, that's self-explanatory. Only the 1 Tensu because there's not much need for it, but it's nice to have and search out with Tiger King when you go into it. Run 3 Mystical Space Typhoon because popping things is a thing. 1 Kaiser, this is nice to have if you sit behind Skill Drain and a Knight, let's say. It's just really handy. 1 Book of Moon and Raigeki because clearing boards is a thing. Going on to the traps, we have 1 Bottomless, 1 Vanities, 1 Skill Drain. I've only recently decided to put this in because I figured it works quite well with the Knights and the Crusaders when they don't die in the end phase, and just have them as beaters on the field, and it can drain your opponent, which can be pretty nice. Then we run the Solemn Warning, and then we run get this first. 1 Compulse. They're basically one-offs. We run 3 Mirror Force. This is really helpful because if something's going to run over any of your monsters which you really need on the field, this can just stop them because it's just really good to have. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a good all-round deck. It can be pretty consistent, but I mean you can draw the odd bad hand. So yeah, I'll move on to the extra deck for you now. I main 3 copies of Tiger King. Don't really see the need to, but 2's fine. But this guy can be really good. You can go Knight, Crusader into this, search for your tanky, search for something else. It just sets you up for next turn, even if you search for another one of these. It's just really good. And staple rank 4s, it's basically 1/1, Dweller, Cardinal, if you ever have the chance to go Bear and Bear. Rhapsody, Poppy, Corn, just generic rank 4s. X-Tom would be in there, but I don't currently have one. Yeah, but that pretty much rounds off the deck. But yeah, I mean, if you went to a tournament with this, I've topped with it in the past, but it only depends on what sort of hand you get, and if, let's say, Mirror Force in your back row saves you. But yeah, I'd really recommend it if you feel to play a fun deck. Yeah, that's the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe. Any help is appreciated. This has been the Yugo Viewer. Thanks for watching.